Namaste, namaste, and welcome to Friday Night Yoga, week 3 of our summer term. And today we're going to do a practice just to soften and ease tension from the low body. So we have done a lot of work with the upper body. We've been doing spiraling and twisting the last few weeks. We're going to do some of that as well, but we're going to start focused on the lower body after we do our centering. So come to sitting on your seat. And sit towards the front of your seat so you don't lean into the back, and you encourage your body to lift itself upwards. Rest your hands wherever they're comfortable and close your eyes if you're happy doing that, or gaze gently downward if you prefer. Take a moment just to step away from the other things in your life and in your general area and step into your yoga space. Make that mental distinction. Ooh. Here we have joining us. Oh, please excuse me, and another as well. Super stuff, girls. Sorry, we have just started, but we're only centering. So
sorry.
Don't worry, Susan. It's not a problem at all. So just seat yourselves down. Rest your hands where they're comfy, and we will get started from there. Susan, I can't seem to mute you. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
Unmute, sorry. Well,
I will try it at this end, see if I can make it work. Oh, let's see. Oh, it doesn't want me to look at you. If not, let's see. Oh yes, you're done. You're done. It's all good. It's all good. There we are. Righty-ho. Ooh, I figured out a way to see everybody on my screen. Well, fantastic. I tell you what, let's start from the beginning again, because then we won't have faffing on camera for the video, which I don't mind at all, but perhaps you guys may prefer not to be on show on the video. Okay, so come to sitting. I will grin at the camera. Namaste, namaste, and welcome to Friday Night Yoga. This is our second start. We're just having a little contretemps at this end. But this week is our third week of the summer term. We're going to focus on easing tension from the lower body. We'll still do some spirals and some releasing of the shoulders, but that is our focus for today. Before we get started, just come to sitting on your chair, comfortable place for you. Try not to relax your back backwards, but sit towards the front of your seat. Rest your hands where they're comfortable. Close your eyes or gaze gently downward. And just take a moment to bring yourself to center, to leave behind the other things in your day, to leave behind your mental to-do list or the churning of thoughts. And turn your awareness and your attention to this time and this space and this practice of yoga. Feel the parts of the body that are touching the floor and the chair, and allow them to find that firm foundation there. And then allow the rest of the body to lift away from the floor and the chair without gripping or holding too much, just allowing the body to organize itself upwards. Notice how spacious it feels at the front of the body when you sit tall. Then begin to deepen your breath. Breathing deeply into the rib cage, the chest, the back. Breathing out slightly slower, slightly longer, firming across the belly to ease a little bit more air out of the lungs. Breathing into the sides of the body, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. Breathing out long, deep, and completely. Allow your breath to fall in this long rhythm. Gently engaging across the navel as you exhale, just to ease that exhalation to completion. And allow each breath in to find a little bit more space, a little bit more length in the torso. Each breath out to soften the features of the face, the shoulders, the chest. And as we breathe in this way, you can have a sort of mental easing as well, a softening of your tension across the mind. When you're ready, you can gently bring your chin to your chest and roll the right ear towards the right shoulder, chin back to the chest, and left ear to left shoulder. If you prefer to do different neck movements, that's fine. If you like this one, just keep going slowly and steadily from side to side. And those of you who come to class regularly know what we're looking for here. We're looking for that sense of connection between the movements of the head, the structures of the neck, the chest, the shoulders, the upper back. Feel where that length is, maybe under the tongue or the bottom of the jaw, past the ear, side of the face, the side of the neck. And if you want to, you can make circles, really, really gentle circles with your head. Exploring that sensation. We don't want anything too intense or too stretchy. We just want to feel the body moving in ease. Maybe beginning to explore some different movements from the ones that we make every day. The next time you bring your chin towards your chest, you can leave it there just for a moment. Smile to yourself because it helps to release the tension from the throat, and then roll your head back to center. And when you do, you can open your eyes if you've had them closed. Rest your arms down by your side, and then just rolling the shoulders. So again, we're looking for that sense of connectedness in the body, connection between the movements that we make and the sensations that we feel, and the different parts of the body working together. So perhaps here you can feel the shoulder blades moving up and down the back, the tops of the shoulders as they move around. Perhaps you can feel a little in the collarbones, the chest, the pectoral muscles, the sides of the neck. Let's go the other way as well. And it's always nice to start with this limbering of the neck and the shoulders because we hold so much of our tension there. And if we have poor posture, often, then it's exacerbated. The tension is exacerbated by poor posture as well. When you're ready, you can just bring your shoulders back to steadiness. And we're going to rest the hands and sit ourselves a little bit further back in our seats. So here, we want to have the thighs a little bit more supported by our chair seats so that we can lean into the back of the seat and perhaps use the hands here on the chair, with the seat of the chair for support. And we can stretch our legs forward. So you can do one leg at a time if you like, and we're going to start that way. So take your left foot down, but leave your right leg up, and just rolling your foot at the ankle. That's all we're doing here. It's still a little bit of effort here in the top of the right leg into the hip flexor. And so if you want to, you can lower your leg. You don't need to hold it really, really high. But if you like that additional challenge, you can hold your leg up at about the same height as your knee. Let's circle the opposite way as well. You can use the chair for support if you need to. Rest the hands wherever is comfortable if you don't. Very good. And then we're gently going to float this foot down to the floor and just feel the difference between the two sides of the body. You'll notice that you perhaps have made some effort in the back of the body on the right side. And then we lengthen the left leg up to wherever is comfortable and make some nice ankle rotations. Ooh, that feels so good. So these movements of the foot and the ankle help to pump blood back up the legs towards the heart. And we're going to rotate the opposite way. So if you have high blood pressure, which many people get high blood pressure as we get older, this can help alleviate some of that high blood pressure by helping the heart to pump the blood back. Very good. And releasing down. So again, just feeling how that feels one side and the other. And then we're going to do the same thing on the right side. But if you want to keep your foot down, you can, because we're just working with the foot. So if anyone wants to keep their foot down, you can come to the front of your chair and just extend your leg in front of you instead of sitting all the way back. But if you're happy here at the back, then lifting your foot, it doesn't matter how high, spreading your toes out as wide as they go, and then scrunching them up as tight as they go. Spreading them apart, and look at your feet and see what they do. Scrunch them up. Spread them apart and scrunch them up. And spread them apart. See if you can really get them to wiggle individually. So just like you were spreading your fingers apart and wiggling, spread your toes apart, give them a wiggle as well. Nice. And then scrunch them up. We'll do one more like that. Spread the toes as far apart as you can. Give them a little bit of a wiggle as they're all spread out. Little flutter. And then scrunch them up. And then we're going to release the toes. Just make some more ankle circles. Just a few, one way and then the other, to release any tension from the foot. And then slide that foot back down to the floor. Take a moment in between, feel the difference between the two sides. And we'll do the same thing on our left. So extending your left leg, spreading your toes out as much as feels possible without strain, and then scrunching them up tight as you can. Spread them out, scrunch them up. Spread them out, scrunch them up. And now we'll do our little toe wiggles as well. So spreading out your toes as much as you can and then wiggling them with them nice and spread out, just like you would do with your fingers. Maybe one foot works better than the other, or you've got maybe one toe that really doesn't like doing it, doesn't join in. Scrunch them up again and then spread them out one more time to give them that wiggly, fluttery, fluidy movement. Excellent. And then scrunch them up and release. Circle your ankle a couple of times in each direction just to release any tension across the foot. And relax your leg back down. Okay, so we're going to stand up to wiggle our hips and then sit back down again. I know. I'm always making you do these crazy things. So we're going to stand up. The feet are quite wide, soft in the knees, hands on the hips. And we're just going to wiggle our hips around. And you can do as much as feels good here or as little as feels comfortable. So if it maybe feels better just to go backwards and forwards, you could go backwards and forwards. And then you might like to do side to side differently as well, or perhaps side to side just doesn't suit you. That's okay. So if circling is not something your hips are happy with, just stick with rolling under and back and doing some movement. That's the important thing. And if you're happy wiggling, we're going to wiggle in the opposite direction as well. And if you want to, you can put a little bit more of your body into it, but we're going to come back to this later. So don't worry if you're still keeping it small and intimate at the moment. That's okay. Okay, so while we're standing, let's do a lovely cleansing breath as well. So bring your hips to steadiness, breathe in, stretch the arms out and up. They can come in front of the body or over the head as you choose, and then breathe out, bring the hands together at the center of the chest. We're going to do one arm at a time. So breathe in, take the left arm out and up. And breathing out, bring that hand down to meet the right palm where you left it. Same thing on the other side. Breathe in, take the right arm out and up. Breathe out, bring that right palm down to the left. Let's do one more on each side. Breathing in. Looking up as your arm goes up, breathing out. Maybe bring your head back to neutral as your hand comes down. Breathe in, right side. And breathe out. Very good. We're going to take one more breath, and this time we're going to breathe in and reach the arms as wide as they go out to the sides, soft elbows if you like, and then turn your palms, breathe out, float those hands down to your side, and we're going to sit ourselves back down onto our seats and wiggle ourselves right back into the seat again. Okay. So here, if you can float your feet off the floor, then that's great. And if you can't, don't worry about it. One way to do it, if you have long legs, is to sit on a block. So on top of your seat to put a block on as well. But it doesn't matter if they're not absolutely floating. But if you're able to do floating, then you can leave your left foot off the floor as you extend your right leg out in front. So we're looking for the leg to become straightish. It doesn't have to go all the way straight. And then float the heel back towards you. Same on the left side. Breathing in perhaps as you lengthen the left leg forward. Breathing out as you bring the heel back down to neutral. Let's try one more if we can on each side with floating. Breathing in, floating up, breathing out, floating down. Same thing on the other side. Breathing in, floating up, breathing out, floating down. And then relax your feet. And you'll feel that when the feet are lifted, you're really engaged across the belly muscles. But when your feet come down, your body can relax. So if you are keen to promote a good core stability, then floating feet can really help. But if you're not keen on that, you don't need to worry about it. So we're going to come towards the front of the seat, not too far to the front, and then do the same thing again. So hands onto the hips here, which encourages us to lift in the torso and engage those belly muscles. And we're going to inhale as we lengthen the right leg, exhale down. The left foot's on the floor. Let's do the right side again. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Let's do the left side now. Leave the right foot on the floor. Inhaling right, left, exhaling down. Inhaling, lengthen, exhaling down. Very good. And just notice how that feels differently. So perhaps one is more useful than the other. Who knows? This time we're going to do this lengthening, but we're going to hold for a breath as well. So we're going to lengthen, hold for a breath, and then release. See how you go. Only do what feels good to you. So we're going to inhale the right leg out in front, exhale as we hold, inhale again here, and then exhale as we release the right leg down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, right leg long. Exhale as we hold. Inhale again in the long position. And exhale, releasing down. Leave the right foot on the floor. And let's do the same with the left side. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, hold it long. Inhale again here. And exhale, release that leg down. One more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hold. Inhale again. Exhale, release down. Wonderful stuff. Well done, girls. Okay, we're going to stand up again to release those hips. So come up to standing. And this time we're going to release our backs by using our shoulders. So we didn't do any big shoulder movements at the beginning of the class, just a few rolls. So with your feet nice and comfortably distant apart, take your left elbow and make some arm circles, arms, shoulder, body circles with the left side. And as you know, as you develop this movement, perhaps your torso wants to move with your body. So again, feeling for those connections, where the body's moving, what it's connected to, whether that would like to join in, perhaps it will tell you it does. And so we can move our heads, our chests, our backs, our hips, whatever feels like it's keen to get in. And if you want to do something with your other arm, you can too. We'll do one more in this direction. And then we'll go the opposite way. So gentle circles. You can start small if you want to make it just the arm to begin with, going in the other direction, that's fine. If you'd like to do a little bit more, just feel your way. It's a really sort of floaty movement. We're not looking for anything too vigorous at this time of the week or this time of the day. Touch of firmness across the belly muscles, just for support. And we'll do one more in this direction. And release that arm to the side. And then feel the difference between the two sides of the body. Feel the difference between the shoulders, the chest, the back, the side, the neck. Everything is different. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Nice softness to our right elbow. And then gentle circles. So to begin with, just circle the arm and feel those connections, feel the rest of the body responding. And then when it feels like the rest of the body wants to cooperate, to join in, then you can allow that movement to come into the spine, the neck, the torso, the chest. Maybe the legs want to join in. Maybe the other arm wants to do something as well. This is freestyle yoga. You can do it as you like. I can see lots of lovely fluid movements on screen here in class as well. Okay, we'll do one more in this direction. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction as well. So you can start small if you want to. If that helps, maybe this side feels differently. And then when you're ready, you can make any movements that feel good. Way to join in. Very good. Let's do 3 more in this direction, because I have a tendency not to give quite so much time to the second side or the second rotation. That's I'm working on it, work in progress, as we all are. Okay, and then relaxing the arms to the side, and hopefully you don't feel any tension left in your low back after that. But if you do, we're going to do a downward facing dog. So come around to the back of your seat, hands on your seat, and just walking your feet away, bending the knees, keeping the knees nicely underneath the hips, allowing the spine to lengthen backwards, extending through your tailbone, lifting in the belly muscles. You don't need to work too hard in your shoulders here, but try to press your hands down into your chair so you don't sag towards the ground. You're firm and supported across the back of the chest. And we can maybe wiggle the hips from side to side if that feels good. Or you can simply bend one knee and lengthen the other leg. And you might like to look under one arm and then the other, doing a little rotation through the torso as well. Very good. And then when you're ready, you can look towards your seat, walk towards your seat as you come to stand upright. Give yourself a moment here. Allow all of the blood to get back to where it was. And then when you're ready, come to sitting on your seat again. And I'm afraid it's a bit up and down, just like it was on Wednesday, this class. But that's just to give us a bit of relief from the things that we're doing so that we don't end up doing too much of one thing. So we're going to do a seated exercise, which I will then show you standing as well, for those who would like to do it standing. So we want to have a reasonable amount of the body on the seat, but maybe not all the way back into the seat. Up to you, you can choose as you go. And we're going to begin with just a little bit of side bending. So let's reach the arms wide and gently take the right arm up and over as we reach down with the left hand, firm in the belly, and then come back the opposite way, reaching over to the right. We're just going to do, let's say, 3 more to each side as we gently explore the sides of the body. Open those up. Maybe awaken them for the first time today, who knows? 1 more to each side. Very good. Then we're going to come back to the center, relax the arms down and just roll the shoulders backwards, opening the chest, and then roll the shoulders forwards, opening the back. Nice. Let's shake out the wrists while we're here. It's always a nice thing to do. Okay, so our movement is a combination. It's a 3 movement move, if that makes sense. Ooh, how exciting. Of a side bend, an open twist, and a closed twist. So I'll demonstrate so you know what we're doing. So our first movement is going to be a side bend. So I'm going to start moving to the right. So I'm going to take my left arm up and over to the right side and return to center. And as I return to center, I'm going to find my cactus arms, as we love to do. And then I'm going to rotate to my left, but sitting really upright and tall. And then I'm going to rotate to my right, but lift my right knee off the floor so that my left elbow comes towards my right knee, and then come back to center. Now that foot off the floor option, it is an option. So if you don't want to take your foot off the floor, that is okay. There's no need. There is an option that you can do if you don't want to lift your right foot, and that is to rotate and round forward towards the right knee, but without bringing the elbow and the knee together. And there's no need for the elbow and the knee to get together. They just go in that general direction. While we're doing this, I want you to stabilize with your opposite foot. So I'll remind you to do that. Okay, let's do the first one really slowly together and we'll see how we go. Okay, so just leaving the arms down by the sides. Find that sense of connection between the feet and the floor. Maybe wiggle your toes onto the floor or shimmer your feet from side to side a little bit. So you feel the skin of the feet on the floor. Feel that sense of connection. We're going to go to the left first because I did the right already. Okay, so we're going to reach the right arm up and then reach over to the left. Firm the belly. And then come back to the center, lifting the left arm as well. So we find the arms out to the side, cactus arms. And we're going to twist to the right. So very upright twist, shoulders are back, elbows are back. Twist back to the center and then press the right foot down, lift the left knee off the floor, twist the right elbow towards the left knee. Doesn't have to get there, it's just in that general direction. Untwist as you place the left foot down. Relax the arms to the side. We're going to roll the shoulders in between. So roll the shoulders up and back, opening the chest. Roll the shoulders forward and down, opening the back, and then relax. Fabulous stuff. Let's do our opposite side. So we're going to firm the belly, find the feet on the floor, reach the left arm up, and reach over to the right side. Nice. Come back to the center, and as we do, we're going to lift the right arm. So we've got both arms up, cactus arms. Firm in the belly, we're going to twist to the left. And then pressing the left foot down, we're going to unwind, lift the right foot, and bring the left elbow towards the right knee. And then unwind back to the center, releasing the right foot to the floor. Relaxing the arms to the sides. We're going to roll the shoulders forward and back and and back. And then roll them up and forward and down. Nice. Okay, give yourself a little bit of a wiggle if you need a wiggle. So these are our movements. We're going to do it a little bit, not more swiftly necessarily, but we're going to do it maybe 2 more times to each side. Why not? I sense threes. Threes are in the air today. It was 4s on Wednesday. It's 3s today. Okay, so firming in the belly, breathing in as you reach the left arm up. Oh no, is that the same side we just did? It is. Take this arm down. Sorry about that, girls. Okay, breathing in, take the right arm up. And breathing out as we lean over to the left. Lovely. Breathing in back to the center, lift the left arm at the same time. And then breathe out as we twist to the right. Press the right foot into the ground firmly and then breathe in as you untwist, lifting the left knee towards the right elbow. And breathing back to center, relaxing the arms down. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down, and then up, forwards and down. Lovely job. Same thing, other side. Firm belly, firm feet. Breathing in, reaching the left arm up and over. Breathing out, over to the right side. Breathing in, back to the center, cactus arms. Breathing out, firm belly as you twist to the left. Firm the left foot into the floor, breathing in as you untwist and lift that right elbow, right knee towards the elbow, and breathe out back to the center. Relax the arms down to the side, keep breathing. Roll the shoulders up and back and down, and then the opposite way as well. One more time to each side, but without, you're going to keep breathing. I'm not going to say about breathing. There we are. And then you can find your own way. So you can find your own rhythm of breath and your own coordination with the movement if it feels more natural to breathe the opposite way. So let's go to the left. So we're going to take the right arm up and over to the left side, reach the left arm down, and then come back to the center, firm in the belly, cactus arms. We're going to twist to the right. Firm the right foot into the floor, untwist, firm the belly, and raise the left knee as you twist to the left, bringing the right elbow across. Back to the center and releasing the arms down. This time we're going straight to the other side. So reaching the left arm up, firm belly, reaching over to the right, coming back to the center, lifting the right arm, cactus arms, and then twisting to the left. Firm the left foot into the floor as you untwist, lift the right knee, and bring the left elbow across. Return to center and relax the arms down to the side. And then this time, just shimmy your shoulders in any way that feels good. A little bit wiggly. Smashing stuff. Okay, and now we're going to do a little forward bend just to counterpose all of our other work. So if you want to, you can take the knees apart for this one, and we'll do one with the feet together a little bit later on. So we're trying to fold forward from, imagine this is your bottom on the seat and your legs, and your spine is here. We're trying to fold forward with a straight back for as long as possible in this forward bend. So we're going to breathe in and take the arms wide, open the chest, maybe move the arms behind the body. And as we breathe out, we're going to take the hands to the knees or to the thighs, scoop the belly in and lean forward, lengthening through the crown of the head and the chest. Keep going as far as you can with a straight or straightish back. And then when you need to, fold a little deeper and reach the hands down towards your feet. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then to come out, we're going to slide the hands back to the knees, firm the belly, press into the hands, just like doing a press up, roll the shoulder blades together, scoop the belly in, come back up, long straightish back. Smashing stuff. Okay, now we find ourselves with our knees turning out and toes turning out if possible, but if they need to be forward, that's okay. And with them a little bit wider apart, we're going to do a similar practice to the one that we just did, but without taking the leg off the floor. And this time there'll be no open twist. You'll see what I mean. So let's take the arms wide. We're going to do a little bit more firmness in the belly here and reach the right arm across the belly as the left arm goes up and over. So we're leaning over to the right, and then we're going to come out of this side bend, and then we're going to scoop our left elbow towards the right knee. So it's a little fold, not too much, and then return to center. Lovely. Firm in the belly. We're going to reach the right arm up and over, reach the left arm across the belly, and then return to the center, reaching the arms wide, and then just reaching that right arm, elbow towards the left knee, and return to center. So relax your arms down for a moment. Find a little wiggle if you need to. So in this process, we're trying to keep length in the body. So in the previous, we drew the knee and the elbow towards each other, which rounded the spine, but we're trying to keep length here. So as you reach into your side bend, you've got that sense of length. And because we're not reaching down, we're reaching across with the bottom arm, we're keeping the shoulders open, the chest a little bit more open. And as we come out, we want that same sense of openness. It's almost like the chest is going and the arm is being left behind. And eventually the arm comes into the movement. Let's see if we can let's do 2 more to each side, because we like 3s tonight. Okay, so sitting tall, we're going to reach the right arm up and the left arm across the belly. And then firm in the belly, returning to center, firm in the feet as well. Reach the arms really wide behind you, and then rotate that right elbow towards the left knee and return to center. Reach the left arm up and over, right arm across the body, firm in the belly. Come back to the center, maybe open the arms slightly behind you to open your chest, and then rotate the left elbow towards the right knee. Return to center. Very nice. Let's go the opposite way. Reaching right arm up and over, left arm across the body. Return to center, firm in the feet, firm in the belly. Reach the arms wide, and then draw the right elbow towards the left knee. And return to center. Last time, reaching the left arm up and over. Firm in the belly, firm in the feet, coming back to the center, reaching the arms wide, maybe even a bit behind you, and then bringing the right elbow towards the left elbow towards the right knee. Fortunately, you were all doing it right. Relax the arms down, not paying attention to the instructions, which is just as well. Roll the shoulders both ways. Fantastic stuff. We're going to just scissor our feet towards each other. And so the feet can come as close as feels comfortable for you. And we're going to forward bend, but this time it's a rounding forward bend. So when we did our rounding twist and fold, we did a flat backed forward bend, and now we're counterposing our flat back twist and fold with a rounding forward bend. Goodness gracious, it's complicated. Not really at all. Okay, so as you breathe in, take the arms wide. And as you breathe out, take the hands to the tops of the thighs. Draw the chin towards the chest. Allow the hands to slide down your thighs as you scoop your belly in and just round through the spine to come all the way down, draping your body onto your thighs and draping your arms towards the floor. Here, try to relax the back of your neck. There's no need to look at the screen. There's nothing happening there. Relax your shoulders and breathe deeply. Just feeling a little bit of space perhaps in the low back, in that space across the bottom of the rib cage, in between the shoulder blades, at the back of the neck. And then when you're ready to come up, just draw your belly muscles in to begin with. Press your feet into the floor. Take the hands to the tops of the knees and just use them to uncurl the spine back to sitting upright. And when you come to upright, take a moment here, because there's a lot of blood in the head. It's got to get back to all of the other places. So it's just going to take a moment. We can roll our shoulders or do a little bit of turning the head from one side to the other. And then we'll take 3 cleansing breaths. So breathe in, take the arms out and up, looking up, lift in the belly. And as you breathe out, bring the hands to the center of the chest. Let's do 2 more like that. Breathing in, reaching out and up, looking up, breathing out, hands to the center of the chest. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Very good. Relaxing the arms to the side. So I did say that we were going to do this standing up as well, but we're going to run out of time for doing it all standing up. But we are going to stand up for a little Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So come up to standing. It's just a nice way to release some of the effort in the pelvis, particularly in the front of the pelvis. So when we do a lot of lifting or bringing the torso towards the thighs, the hip flexors here at the front of the pelvis do a lot of work. So we're just going to release them a little. So standing, holding onto your seat, you can have your feet as close together as feels comfortable for you, further apart if you prefer, a little firmness in the belly. And we're just going to point the right toes forward and see if we, sorry, these are the left toes forward. See if we can draw the toes around behind the body and then back to the center. And if you can, cross the legs over each other at the front and over each other at the back. Now, if this isn't good for your right side, holding the weight on your right side, you can step your left foot out to the left and then back in, step your left foot forward and back in, and step your left foot back and back in. And do this instead of being a long continuous movement, you can do it as steps instead. Whatever you're doing, firm the buttock of the right side, feel the lift in the body and in the belly muscles. Next time your foot goes behind you, not across behind, but directly behind, step the left foot onto the floor. I've stepped too far back, I need to bring my chair with me. And hopefully you have got your left toes pointing a little out to the left, the right toes pointing forward, and we're going to press into the left heel as we bend the right knee. So we're not really traveling forward over the foot, we're just pressing back into the left leg as we press forward into the right foot. And here, if you want to, you can take your hands off the chair and you can bring your hands to the center of the chest. And if you want to, you can reach your arms up over your head like you were holding a beach ball. Look up as you do that. Now, if that's no good, then just leave one arm down. So support with the right hand, perhaps lift with the left. We'll take a deep breath in. Both feet are pressing into the floor and pressing away from each other. Deep breath out. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. If your arms are up, bring them down, one or both. And then we're gently going to rock on our left foot. So lift the left heel off the floor and then down. And then step your feet together at the front. So we just work up a little bit of momentum, a little bit of buoyancy. I'm going to turn my seat. You guys don't need to, it's just so it's easier to demonstrate. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I know that this might be the stronger side for some of you. So still, even on our stronger side, we need to think about recruiting as much strength from the rest of the body as we can afford it. So firm in the belly, firm in the buttocks, lifting in the chest. We're going to point the right toes forward and we're going to cross the right toes over the left foot if we can in front and then swing them around behind us across the left leg if we can. So just making the fullest circle that feels good to your body. And we don't want to wiggle too much. We can keep the left knee a little bent, which will encourage the muscles to support the hip. And again, if you need to do it a different way, you can simply step your right foot out to the side and back in, forward and back in, backwards and back in. And it just helps to promote that brief moment of taking your weight on one foot, just as we do when we walk. Okay. So I'm sure that you're all tired of doing this now. Next time you bring your right foot behind you, just step back onto the right foot. I need to gather my chair towards me so that you have the right toes pointing slightly out to the right, perhaps left toes pointing forward. Feet are still hip width apart or apart a little. They're not one behind the other. And then here, we're going to press into those feet and then bend the front knee as we press into the back heel. So bending the left knee, pressing into the right heel. Little firmness in the belly, firmness in the buttocks. If you want to here, you can lift your right arm up. If you want to, you can lift your left arm up, like you were carrying a beach ball, arms nice and wide apart, looking up, taking a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Really feel the feet working. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Keep the right arm in the air. Float the left hand down to the chair unless it's already there. And then when you're ready, you can float the right arm down as well. We're going to come up onto the ball of the right foot and then heel down. Maybe soften the right knee a little bit. Get that sense of shifting weight, and then step the right foot to the left. And take a moment here, we're going to bend both knees and then straighten both legs and take a downward facing dog. Walk your feet away from your chair, soft in the knees, lengthening through the tailbone, pressing down into the hands so you're using the strength of the shoulders to help, scooping that belly in as you sway the hips from side to side if you want to. You guys know by now what suits you best, so perhaps paddling through the legs and twisting through the torso a little bit would work better. What feels like the best kind of releasing motion for you? Maybe simply holding in length, and we're going to hold for one more deep breath in and deep breath out. Before looking at the chair seat, pressing into the hands, walking with the feet, I was going to say the hands forward. No handstands today, please, girls. And then we will prepare ourselves for relaxation. So we're going to come back to sitting for relaxation. If you'd like to gather any warm items like a jumper or a blanket, I'm going to gather, oh no, I seem to have gathered multiple blankets. Shh, I was doing a big relaxation earlier. Okay, so getting nice and cozy. I'm really hoping this isn't I've got a gardening fleece that's exactly the same color as this, but it's covered in mud. No, that's okay. Phew, as it was inside out when I put it on. So wrapping yourself up, making yourself nice and warm and cozy, because today it's very blustery and gusty outside. And so our practice has reflected this momentum from our environment by being quite dynamic, quite floaty, quite movie, but also we need periods of stillness. And in this stillness, we're going to do our relaxation. So settle yourself all the way back into your seat. Feet comfortably supported by the floor, arms resting wherever is comfortable for you, palms up or down, it doesn't matter. Close your eyes. Bring your body to stillness. Take a long deep breath in and sigh out through your mouth as you exhale. Repeat 3 more times. Deep breath in. Let all of the effort of practice go. Deep breath in. Let your muscles begin to relax. Deep breath in. Surrender down into the floor, into the chair. Allow your breath to find a natural, slow, deep rhythm. Allow the breath to find quietness. Take your awareness into your forehead. Feel it soften. The area between the eyebrows spreading. Around the eyes relaxing. The mouth, tongue, and jaw releasing. Allow that sense of softening, of letting go, to come into your shoulders, arms, hands and fingers. Allow them to become heavy, to surrender their weight down. Soften across your chest, the front of your rib cage, your abdomen. Soften the sides of the body. Feel the tension letting go from across the back, across the top of the shoulders, that space between the shoulder blades, the back of the waist, the lower back. Allow the torso to be heavy, to encourage the pelvis to release downwards, relaxing the effort in the legs, the buttocks, calves, ankles, feet and toes. Allow the whole body to feel heavy, warm, supported and releasing down. Notice the space at the top of your head, your crown chakra, right in the center of the top of the head. Here, the body feels lighter, spacious. You have a sense of space around you, above you. While the rest of the body feels heavy, allow the top of your head to feel light. If you'd like to, you can imagine your connection to the rest of the universal energy coming from the top of your head, where you can be replenished by the energy that surrounds you. Where you can contain your energy slightly separately, but always connected. Allow your awareness to drift to your breath. And just notice the breath that you're breathing right now. Notice the part of the body that moves first as you breathe in. And where that movement goes as your breath continues. Notice if you can allow your body to relax a little every time you exhale. Just a little more softness. A little more release. For the remainder of your relaxation, letting go a little deeper with every exhalation. Gently deepen your breath. Bring your awareness to the top of your head and imagine your crown chakra, a little bit like a flower that's fully open. And allow it to close up like a bud protecting itself overnight. But don't close it quite all the way. So it's mostly closed. And then you can deepen your breath. And bring your awareness back into your hands by wiggling your fingers, back into your feet by wiggling your toes, and maybe rolling your wrists and your ankles. When you feel ready, take a deep breath in and stretch the arms. Stretch the body in any way that feels good. Stretch the face of the yawn. When you're ready, you can bring your palms together and just give them a little rub. We're going to be rubbing the hands for a little while to build the heat nice and slowly in the palms of the hands. So you can press the hands towards each other, rub as vigorously as it feels good to you. Maybe slower is better on a Friday night. As you feel the skin of the palms begin to warm up. Just allow it to get to the perfect warmth for you. So you don't want it to be too hot. We're not trying to start a fire. When you're ready, you can place the hands over the eyes, feeling that warmth soften and release the area around your eyes. Blinking into your palms a few times, releasing your hands down when you're ready to open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in this practice. I hope that you found it good. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.